I feel about the
I hope you're gonna ask about my man's. You talking about the new album?
Hey, we can.
I mean,
look,
I'm for it.
that was so
So what?
don't.
blessed.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Dang.
say. Oh, I was gonna say.
I heard.
I just want to see how long it lasts.
That's good though. I mean, is that you not participating because
I have other things that I would like to invest in, aka
Like the stock
equipment.
market?
No,
Okay.
equipment, computer, microphones,
and your own business,
preamps,
and
right?
your
My own business.
Yeah.
So I was telling Jason earlier. That's a more secure investment for my money.
Absolutely.
Like, because I have more control over what happens with that investment over the investing in crypto or investing in the stock market when that market, not to say that we live our life off of what ifs, but there's a huge possibility that 2008 can happen again and the market just crash and all of a sudden people losing a lot of money.
So that will keep you from investing at
No,
all?
no, that's not what keeps me from. What keeps me from investing at all is I don't have the money to invest in that right now. So let's say I got millions of dollars and I just need to put it somewhere. Absolutely, I would probably more than likely invest. But right now, with everything I'm bringing in, I'm reinvesting back into my business because I think that just makes more sense. That's more of and somebody was telling me, like, why don't you just invest in such and such and let that money sit and then you have. I would much rather buy the little pieces of what I need right now, work that up, make that back, and then make more. That's how I see it.
That's like the easy jump in advice. Just put some in, let it sit. Like,
Bro, I don't know how many people I've had like tell me about the stock market. They're like, "See, if you want to get into the stock market, just drop 50 down."
that's like the most basic of the basic advice. That's like the leave it there, buy and hold type of notion. But we talking about crypto like right now, kind of in this like stock like environment. We talking about crypto, and crypto just does not move the same as traditional stocks. Like,
but it's still it's and that's what the Netflix documentary that I watched is basically a lot of people are just simply gambling. It's advanced gambling.
Yeah.
So you really just get into it and you see something going up, okay, I'm gonna put my money in that, and then without any kind of information of why it went up, when it went up.
But my thing is, I don't wanna do it because it's like it's popular to do right now. You feel me? Like I said, like I was telling you, I want to see the longevity of it. You feel me? I want to see if it'll last for a long time for me to invest money in it,
right?
For it to be good in the future. You feel me?
Some people been investing since like.
In.
For a decade though, and Bitcoin like since Bitcoin was like $1,000.
But those people are rich right now.
Not all of them.
It's people.
Not all of them.
Bro, I know y'all seen the commercials. My like, I invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and now my investment is worth blase amount of bread. Like,
but there's also a chick. I gotta remember. I'm finna look it up now. The name of this documentary that I watched because it's like It's like 4 episodes, and they go through different segments of the money chain, really. And one of them, this lady started her own crypto.
I want my bread to be secure.
And people were spending millions of dollars in this crypto.
Crypto, she was eating it. And
really, I mean, it was essentially based off of nothing, of course. So she created this crypto and was having seminars, she was having conventions. And people were going crazy over it, and it worked for like 2-3 years. All of a sudden, she disappeared, and all of that money was gone.
So is that not illegal? Like that's
very illegal. When it comes to the stock market, that's more so regulated than crypto, though.
Right,
crypto is a different, it's a different animal. And I go back to one time I was having a conversation with my cousin, bro. And we was talking about stock investing versus sports betting, right? You can gamble in the stock market just as well as you can invest in sports betting. Because if you investing in sports betting and you doing proper research, like you taking the points over the win, like certain stuff like that, you can invest in sports betting and make a good profit.
Right.
You can also gamble in the stock market and lose a hell of a lot of money, bro.
But that arises this question for me because I done seen this all over the net. I seen so many people be a part of it. StockX. Like that, not StockX, Forex. My shoes better be coming soon. Forex.
StockX a different beast too. That's the stock market for shoes.
Yeah, it's true, but Forex, bro. I've seen so many people like start becoming like day traders and like start doing like online trading and stuff off of that site and like off of those like communities of people like just teaching each other how to like trade penny stocks and like little stuff, and Mug like is making a decent amount of bread out there. But I like I said, I've never done it or I won't do it because I don't see the longevity. It's like a phase or like a trend.
No. It go back to education, man, because like y'all just like y'all asking, is crypto gonna be here? Is it gonna last?
I'm not really
gonna be here. Like it's just a matter of can you want to make money off of it at the end of the day.
True.
Right.
You want to profit.
Right.
You can profit off of anything you understand, bro. When you was in a group chat today talking about how bad crypto was looking, I sold out of crypto last week, so I'm watching.
Bro, I'm seeing them.
I'm watching.
Memes.
So when I see it drop 30, 40, 50%,
right, that's good for you.
Doing?
Right, that's right.
Going
to buy it
heavily. And bro, it's printing money at that point because you understand the game. When something drops, it has to go back up to an extent. Like if there's that value still there. But it is a beast, bro.
Well, we didn't do our intro. This is Real Nonsense. I am one of your hosts, JaeCei.
Co-host Jay Clark.
And your
new co-host.
PGE, man.
PGE.
Yes,
PGE.
Welcome.
But
Thanks,
we just talking about really investing.
Money.
Not even just crypto, just investing in general.
It's the hot topic, man.
Right.
I love this stuff though. Like
I know you do.
Yeah, I love
Bro,
this
I'm
stuff,
not
bro.
gonna cap. I seen so many memes just today alone about the crypto. Bro, did you see the one meme where dude was dried up? After investing all your bread in crypto.
You know what's crazy? I told a young lady the other day. I told a young lady like when nobody was talking about crypto, I'm like, this a good time to buy in. Like I had an old status. I like commented on everything. I was texting her about it a little bit, and I texted her today. I'm like, I hope you didn't buy. You know what I'm saying? When I told you to. She told me she didn't. She was like, honestly, I look at it and it just confused me or whatever. I'm like, cool, just invest in your business. Like she do designing and everything. I'm like, invest in your business, cause like I be having to realize I'm 5 years into stock investing, 2 years into crypto. So like
you've been doing it for a minute.
And bro, when you going from trading stocks to trading crypto, it's completely different. Cause in stocks there's so many regulations. You can't trade more than 4 times in a given amount of trade days. You can't trade this stock more than once in a day.
They gonna end up putting some type of regulation.
Bro, that's bro.
You can't, I mean,
why not?
You can't
I've been in this
regulate
game,
something
bro. I've studied this.
Nobody.
Why not?
You cannot regulate crypto, bro.
Why not?
Because don't nobody
It's
like.
not
It's not
attached.
a part of anything.
The regulations come from government. They come from banks. They come from states. They come from federal. There's nothing like that attached to crypto. There's not even a person attached to crypto.
So
like,
so you can't make a cap. They can't cap your
is.
So
bread.
basically,
there's no cap to crypto.
what I'm
Yeah.
if I'm not understanding, it sounds like a really what is crypto?
Okay.
Tell me what it is.
Crypto, like I was saying a little bit before, this is just my explanation of it from the people that I've heard talk about it. It's a report card against the financial institutions, because the financial institutions, at the end of the day, they all go back to the American dollar, money printing, like fractional reserve banking, like deep stuff. We talking about like the Federal Reserve is basically printing money to get to the United States.
Of course.
They're giving it to banks. The banks are giving it out to the world. But this is how every currency is pretty much operating at this point. So all the money that's being created is fake. Call it what it is. It's just it's fake money. It's just money multiplied on top of money, multiplied on top of money. And it's all just debt anyway. So crypto has no system like that. Crypto, at the moment, doesn't have any type of credit, loan program, anything like that. So it's just a base point. It's like a beacon against every other financial instrument in the world, and it holds as a constant. So like if you print 10 trillion American dollars, the value of crypto is going to go up because you just made the dollar go less in value. it's like a balancing scale. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that speaks to inflation a little bit, right?
Exactly.
But here's what one of my friends told me. This dude, genius. He was like, the reason why inflation doesn't happen as much with the American dollar is because we're the world's largest creditor. So where another country, we can keep printing money, but another country like Haiti or a third world country or just a country that owes us trillions of dollars, that you can't just print us more money. You can't just print more money and be like, okay, here's all your money back, because you still owe us that same amount of what we valued as our dollar.
But that never made sense to me.
They value our dollar too, though. And what American, is he in finance?
I don't know. He got a master's degree from Stanford at 21.
What Americans?
Right.
I missed a couple beats. I'm not where I should be.
Degrees are degrees.
His close friend worked for Google.
Yeah.
He got 3 bachelor's, 2 master's degrees.
That's
by the time he was
cool and
22.
all, but he sounds very Americanized. He sounds very American superiority.
He worked in the White House for a little while.
Yeah, of course.
He sounds very
There you go.
Americanized.
There you go.
There's a lot of Americans that truthfully think that America is the best country in the world, that we're the most advanced country in the world.
Yeah.
America.
I don't think he thinks that, but I know a lot of.
But even when it comes to finances, like, people think that America is the actual standard of wealth, but it's only that way because we made it that way. We flipped the script and
Forced it to be?
Bro, we forced it to be that way. In reality, America is not the most valuable land. Europe has been there forever.
Well,
we know Africa.
We're not talking about land, though. We're talking about currency. We're talking about...
But currency, that's all the same thing. Like, we talking about the value of a country, their currency, their goods, their real estate, their land. We're talking about all of that in one. That all goes into a currency. Like, so the way we see American dollar is valued the most because we've lent it to everybody and they're all in debt to us, but... that's not a good place to be. Like, we're the enemy to the world.
I think I think it's a good place if you're on the inside looking out. You feel me? Like if you always lending people bread, then you'll never be broke because everybody owes you.
But what if you're causing the problems that force them to borrow the bread? You know what I'm saying?
It's a backdoor situation.
So we feel this certain type of way because we're over here and we've been taught a certain type of way and we see the American dollar, but how you think they feel? You know what I'm saying?
When the country get bombed and we like, well, we'll pay for it, but you got to pay us back. Yeah, like, okay. Now it's clicking. Bro. I get it.
So
okay.
You cause a tragedy in other land and then you come to be the hero and lend them the money. Now they owe you money. Now you... like,
true.
It's not good,
so it's a cycle.
It's a lot of like.
We see you, America. That's what we're trying to say.
There's a lot that go into it, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
So the Netflix documentary is called Money Explained.
I seen that. I didn't watch it, but I seen it.
And
I've definitely scrolled past that a couple times.
It breaks down and it helps you understand why certain things like scams work. Because a lot of, and just the way they kind of go through and be like, okay, so this is and they explain different type of scams because everybody, when they think scam, they automatically what everybody say pyramid scheme. Like most people just be like, oh, that's a pyramid scheme, even though it's not a pyramid scheme. But even when you talk about, like you mentioned it earlier, the Forex, like that's one of the hugest scams right now. Not that crypto, because Forex is tied to crypto. And not that crypto is fake, but the platform of Forex is more so get this person under you so they can get somebody under them, so they can get somebody under them. Versus
that's in our circle though.
That may be I'm just saying from what I see.
Forex is so, bro. What we have to realize, these things are always there. Like the Forex, the crypto, the stock. This shit has been there forever. It's just what's popular right now. Like. People ain't gonna be talking about crypto in the stock market probably 8 months from now, but it's popular right now.
I think they will. I think it's around like the stock market is.
I think.
But the stock market been around since the 1800s.
Right. So I think crypto, because is crypto not the new?
It is, and it's hot right now. But the thing is, when people start losing money from it, when people don't want to put in that work, like what goes up must come down. Crypto's not.
But people
been,
people been, even when I was coming up, people was like, "Oh, stock market is where it's at. You gotta have your money in the stock market."
Like you said, it's a longevity thing, bro. Everybody don't want to learn the game of it. Everybody don't want to learn how to make real profit, real bread from, especially the people my age. Like I said, bro, I'm 21. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of people jumping into Forex right now because they see homies making $200-$300, waking up to bread, screenshots on Snapchat. But that's like,
and they're making the veterans rich too.
To be honest,
it's not real,
from what I hear, a lot of that is fake. A lot of that be fake charts, fake numbers, like practice charts, practice numbers, and people are posting it saying these are my real numbers. At least from the people that I know personally. Yeah. They like, that's not a real chart. That's a fake one. That's a practice one.
When it comes to that, like you talking about, what's the real term? Like MLA, I think, when they be signing people like under them and stuff. Mm-hmm. I had an issue with Forex for a long time because of that though, because like it was a group of like people. On one end, they was getting a lot of people into Forex, which is cool, but on the other end, it seemed like it was more about like getting the membership and. I couldn't tell that they was actually teaching people how to do it more so than just getting that quick pocket.
And then a membership be like $200-$300. So look, like I said, if I'm first person to rock out Forex and I'm not really getting bread from it, but look, these are my charts right here. This is what could happen. Yeah, and I convinced 2 people to do that, and they give me $200 to teach them how to make money, and then they get 2 people, and I get $100 a day, $200 to teach them how to make bread. And, like, that turned into a pyramid scheme like bro said. Like, and it's like.
Turned into a sales job. You
Separate the real from the fake.
And that's just like what was it, the Susus that was going crazy? Was that last year? Mm-hmm. You find somebody, get them to put in
the
little charts and stuff.
Oh, my God. The Octagon John. Bro, I don't know how many people posted the Octagon John. Like, send it to me. Like, look.
That's a scheme. That's a pure. There's nothing.
There are certain communities there are certain circumstances that it works in, and I understand why it works.
Hell yeah, it could work. You just passing around money, but that's not like the definition of a pyramid scheme is that. Like that's if you think of pyramid scheme, you should think of that. Like that is not the stock market. That is not crypto, and that is not Forex. Forex, all those 3 you can make money off of.
I know my cousin did. One of the things he did tell me is he said, there's no product being sold. That market won't last too long. It may last 10, 20 years. But if there's no, he works in finance.
That's the old way of thinking, man. I know he do. He studied this, bro. People are like engraved. It's like nurses selling a vaccine, bro. It's what they studied. Of course, they're going to side with it. Finances do change, though. Like,
so you think this market is just going to continue being built up based on absolutely nothing? Because I mean, the American dollar was based on gold and land. But look, this crypto is literally
not based on nothing. It's based on the financial.
But it was when it initially started. It was more. It wasn't like based on gold in its entirety. I'm saying like there was something there to say, okay, you have this much. Even the land, more so the land I'll speak on. Like, you have this land, it's worth this much.
But that was the ideal of you can trade this for this. That, like you saying, the crypto is based generally around the ideal. If enough people believe, oh, this could give me this worth this much, then it will be worth that much.
Because we believe in the American dollar. But if other countries stop believing in the American dollar, it loses value. And then if we stop believing in the American dollar, it loses value. Same with crypto. It's all perception based, bro. None of it's real.
It's really ideal.
None of it's real. I mean, none of it's real. Crypto is the same as the American dollar. They're both financial instruments. Like, it's hard to grasp, but the same way you can go buy things with crypto. Like, there's crypto ATMs. There's Bitcoin. It's the same stuff. Like,
I mean, not that I don't think it's real, because of course it is. It's just not a. So I'm good.
Let me ask this: is debt real?
Yeah.
Is cash real?
Yeah.
Is credit real?
Yeah.
Those are 3 different things.
They are real though.
So why is crypto not? When you can buy the same stuff. Crypto,
but it's cash, not really based on. See, of course,
they're making me think, man.
Well, no, because it is, but it is though, because like if you have a property, you can't just come out here and be like, I got this air right here is worth $3,000. Who gonna buy it?
Yes, you can, because the air is property too.
And then the wildest
thing, you can
thing
sell the
is,
air, and you can sell the grass and the dirt too, and the stuff under it, bro.
And if
all
the
of
people
it's
didn't
worth
have
something.
it, bro, if people didn't have it, they'll buy it. If you don't have it,
How you
they'll
think?
get
How
it.
you think airplanes are allowed to fly over cities? You think they can just do that anywhere? There's air rights, bro.
Airspace.
An airplane can't land.
No. So y'all not hearing what I'm saying. You
up?
saying the actual physical. I'm basically saying absolutely nothing. If you have nothing and you saying I'm selling nothing, who gonna buy this nothing?
That is
No, you can't
know
buy
what?
nothing with
You know what?
anything.
Let me
You can't buy nothing with anything.
let me
bro.
help you. Let me help you though. That's called.
You can't buy nothing with anything.
That's
Whether it
called
be crypto,
debt.
debt, or
That's called
credit.
debt, and that's called bonds. That's exactly what you just explained. You buying nothing. The government. Let me tell you how a bond work in like simple terms. The bond is when the government needs money, so they sell it to the bank. A bond.
Right.
A bond, debt, credit, cash is just another instrument. A bond is this. It's not real. I just call it a square on the computer.
Okay, so
Facade.
in circumstances like you have last year, because there were
bonds. They were being bonds. So yeah.
a lot. No, I was saying a lot of hedge funds that lost billions of dollars because of the economy plummeting.
Okay.
And like I know people personally that one chick that goes to my church, her parents run a hedge fund, and they lost a lot of money. Like, and I didn't really.
Did they lose money or did the fund's value
The
go down? I mean, it's a big difference.
I want to say because they were explaining it to me. Now this finances, how I think about finances, I just got to make more than what I spend out, and that's base level for me.
That's most people.
That's base level for me. Like as long as I'm making more, as long as I get to make music, and I'm making more than what I spend out.
So credit and debt aren't. I use credit and debt as tools, but you really only see cash and losses. You see
not necessarily cash and losses, because I use credit and debt as well, but because that's included in my bring in more than what you spend out. But it gets a little
muggy.
Right. It gets a little.
It's not as black and white.
Complex,
Yeah.
and that's where I have a business manager,
But
and
let
I
me
say,
tell
"Hey,
you
what
the
is such
bonds,
and such do?"
You said you can't just make something cost something, right? The bond is exactly that. So think of a computer screen with a circle, a black circle on it that the government says this is now worth $1 million. I'm gonna sell this black circle to a bank for $1 million. The bank then they give the government that $1 million of cash for that black circle. Now it's the bank's black circle. What do? They go sell it to the treasury. They sell the black circle that they just purchased from the government. They sell that to the treasury for $1 million. So now the treasury has a black circle of $1 million. Bank has the $1 million that the treasury just gave them. Government has $1 million from the bank. They just doubled the money out of completely nothing. So now the treasury can go land off that $1 million black circle because they have it. It's valuable. It's worth $1 million.
Okay.
I just bought it from the bank for $1 million. It's worth $1 million.
It is.
The government just sold it to the bank for $1 million. It's worth $1 million.
True.
They can put whatever dollar amount on that bond they want and sell it back to themselves and then lend us the money off of that and call it money. Now we call it cash, but it's really debt.
So with all of this market of nothing in crypto, how do you determine what is? So it's just basically on how people move.
But
you determine how its value on how if everybody else thinks that this is valuable.
No, it's crypto. That's the dollar. But in your mind, you're making crypto the culprit. Crypto is really the savior because the dollar is the culprit. The dollar is the one that's printing like crazy and making money out of nothing. Crypto is saying, we're not going to allow you to just create money and hide it. We're not going to allow you to create money and there's no basis to it. So crypto is sitting in the background saying, if you're going to create trillions of dollars, our value is going to go up because your value is truly going down. Like, crypto is the savior. It's the report card. Like, without crypto, we wouldn't know what the real value of stuff would be because the American dollar would just be everywhere. Like,
and we just know what they tell us.
Crypto is really gold.
It
like,
really
gold.
sounds like I get it. I understand it. But it really, to be honest, to me, it just sounds like almost dumb because it's like, all right, so this guy, this is the simple terms.
Yeah.
This guy has how many Bitcoins is it? Like 15,000 or something like that?
Some number. Yeah, it's a limited amount though.
A limited amount
of Bitcoin specifically. Yeah.
Right. So this guy has 15,000 Bitcoins. He said, "Hey guys, I have this, and it's worth. I'm gonna sell it to you. What the first we bought it for like 7 cents or something like that. I'm selling it to you for 7 cents. You hold on to this. So how from there, where did they go?
So it didn't start with that number. There's a certain, and I'm not a Bitcoin expert, but there's a certain amount of Bitcoin that there can be. There's not that many yet, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So people like mine this stuff, like Bitcoin mining. You heard of that? That's a whole other rabbit hole.
So how do you mine Bitcoin,
bro? I don't know.
And what is Bitcoin?
Hey,
people like make.
So what is Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is just it's a financial instrument, bro. It's no different than debt. It's no different than credit. It's no different than cash.
So how do you mine Bitcoin?
Bro,
it's not like mining gold,
digital,
like
though, bro.
And it takes a lot of electricity too. Whatever Bitcoin mining, that's like a whole nother like.
See, that's why this
is
why
it's not Bitcoin isn't a physical thing though. So,
I know that's why
that's
why
Bitcoin mining. No, that's a whole nother. I know that's a million, billion, whatever dollar industry. But that's a whole nother like
Bitcoin. I ain't never heard of
I got a question for y'all since we talking about like loans and bonds and all that jazz. But PPP, man.
We talked about that. What was that?
Paul Pierce,
Prince
Paul.
What about it,
bro?
It's a great thing.
Should I have done it?
You
You
said
have
what?
a business?
No.
That's enough.
He said, "Should I?"
I know a lot of people that know the real answer is no, and they still did that.
I mean, people are gonna do it though. I mean,
Because my thing is, my whole thing was like, it's a loan, and a loan at a great interest rate as well.
amazing. 1%.
Right. You don't get loans at 1%.
True.
So.
Did you do it?
Mm-hmm.
How much you got a PPP loan?
Yeah.
You
I have a
$5.
business. I've
Well,
had
a
one
lot
since
of people-
2019.
Anybody who's in business and didn't get one
Are stupid.
You playing yourself.
Right. Because it's literally the government giving out money like, hey, and forgiving it as well. If you are able to prove like you got this business.
Playing yourself, man.
Right. So
That's
people
like-
that laugh at, because I know people that were pridefully like, I don't need no PPP loan. You needed this and you needed. I'm like,
I don't know
you
anybody
might want to
that
go
doesn't
check.
need $20,000.
Those are workers.
I don't know anybody.
But
like
that's the thing, bro.
I don't know.
20,000, bro.
It's really not.
Let's roll it back.
Yeah.
People who are complaining about the PPP are workers. Like,
Yeah.
They see $15 an hour, $20 an hour. They see 20,000. They're like, oh my God, 20,000 to a business?
It's not a lot.
To a business?
It's not a lot.
Bro, a business has 100 of you that has to pay you.
It's not a lot.
20,000. So a real business is getting
But-
a minimum 100,000, 250. Like,
But let's be real though. These businesses that are really profiting and really benefiting from this PPP is the small businesses, the business that's day by day, the
big
ones
ones are
that ran out of the crib, bro. And it's like that's like
You can
that's
look at
like
that
changing
list
for
right now
them.
and
It's
look
like,
up what
damn.
Walmart got.
bro, businesses.
No, not Walmart.
Some
got
of
the
them,
PPP.
some of these businesses got
You said
millions.
they did it?
Yes.
What?
Look it up.
Crazy? Bro,
Yes.
this is,
You can
bro,
look up any business in Kankakee.
That's why the 20,000 that
That's the
people
minimum?
see is
That's the
That's the
minimum.
the
minimum?
bare
Yes.
minimum, bro.
Damn.
Yes, that's
Bro,
the bottom.
Companies are getting
I'm
millions
missing
and
out.
billions of
I'm looking at country
like,
club members' businesses. I was looking at the list. I'm like, he got $600,000.
bro. Printing
What?
money,
Got-
like,
Yes.
you got to, bro, 20,000.
Yes, 20
Bro.
and 20.
20,000.
Let me tell you. Let me run down
A
this.
whole new business with
Let me run down this
$600,000.
list of equipment stuff that I need. An interface, a UAD interface for a small one. It's $1,200. Okay, so that's $1,200. The mic that I got, $10,000.
It's
Just
$10
the-
to
just the-
$1,100
right.
quick.
A compressor, what's the word? Like a preamp and a tube compressor, easy $4,000.
Yo, 20 gone, cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not the
Right,
computer.
3 things.
That's not the computer. That's not the space. That's not the foam paneling. That's just from those 3 things.
Dang, bro.
So
Yeah.
20,000 is when you have a business, that is not a
We
lot
got
of
to
money.
detach ourselves from that.
But if
that
I'm
little money, man.
if I'm running a self-owned startup business, bro, $20K is damn near life changing if we being 100. Like
some people, for some people, if you move right with it,
a shoe cleaning business, you feel me? Or the women that was just starting like.
But here's how I think about that. You shouldn't need that 20,000. Because the people, no. I'm saying the people, because I didn't start with 20,000. I started with my iPad.
True.
So if you really got it and you gonna make it, it don't matter if you got $5 in your account or 50,000 or 500,000. You gonna grind until you get to that point. So it's not the people, because it's also a lot of people that got that loan that spent it all and wasted it all. True. And don't know where it is and don't know how they gonna pay it back. Don't got no way of proving that they got a business or nothing like that.
You think they gonna, since it's forgivable, bro? You think they gonna be trying to put people in jail for it?
I don't think so.
Not jail. They gonna get their money back though.
How though? If you not, because if I can't physically pay you, I gotta pay you with time. So
I mean,
yeah,
you gotta. I mean, you'd have to go off the grid. Really, you just have to do everything cash based. You wouldn't be able to.
The Fed ain't going for that.
That's
be at your doorstep.
Excuse me,
or they gonna take. They gonna take everything you own. Really, that up to that. To reaccrue that 20,000.
If you did get the PPP and you have any questions, you know what I'm saying?
Don't ask me.
Don't put it in your business. That's what I would say. Don't affect your business. Keep it in your personal account. That's what I would say. I mean, I don't know nothing else, but that's what I say. Keep it in your personal account.
Y'all crazy.
Get a little crypto involved.
Can we switch the bread topic, man? It's hurting my head right now. Jesus Christ, man. I can't keep. Look, how y'all feel about the? I
hope you're gonna ask about my man's. You talking about the new album?
Hey, we can.
I mean,
I'm for it.
That was so.
So what?
Don't
bless it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
I heard some people talking down on it.
Yeah.
I think he could have had some more up-tempo tracks.
He had some average tracks in there.
It was exactly what I expected. Exactly what we needed.
Off season was real chill. It was super chill.
Or we can talk about the fact that this man released a album and is playing a professional basketball league in Africa.
Bro, man, what? Let's not look up his stats. Right? Let's not look up the stats if we being real.
3 and 3 or something.
Bro, what, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Folks out there doing something.
Look, hey, J. Cole on the tear though. I think he just took the crown, bro.
Nah.
He just took the crown.
Nah.
For a live rappers.
Versatility. Folks might be the most versatile rapper.
Nah, still.
Nah, I'm saying like not even just rap, not even like his rap flow, like versatility throughout his life. You feel me? Because the man can do multiple things. He's doing multiple things.
I ain't heard a bad verse from J. Cole.
No.
I heard a bad verse from a lot of people.
I would go really Childish Gambino before I go anybody else.
That's because Childish Gambino on
Childish
media.
Gambino.
I say media, yeah.
But Childish Gambino you talking about versatility
of the arts itself.
Oh yeah, like I said, media.
Or no, I'm sorry. I would go Jamie Foxx.
He a poor man's Kanye anyway. So
I would go Jamie Foxx. Then Childish Gambino second.
You said
you putting them is that because Kanye is just automatically at the top? Is that why?
No, you're talking strictly music. I'm talking acting, stand up.
But no, let's be 100 though. That's all in the arts, like you said. Look, J. Cole is raw because basketball don't got nothing to do with the art.
Basketball's art too.
Basketball is sport. That's a whole different broadband. That's way rawer than being able to be funny. I'm not gonna hold you. Not taking away from Childish Gambino or Jamie or any of that thing. Like I said, it's raw because he came completely out of what we know him to do.
That's different.
And do something totally different.
That's different for sure.
You feel me?
Well,
and be decent enough to do it on a professional level. Bro.
But you got Victor Oladipo. The nigga can sing.
He ain't at the height of nothing though.
Nah.
but he was.
Nah.
he putting up better stats than J. Cole in the NBA.
I mean,
Just got the African NBA.
he ain't
a couple more games, bro. Look.
he
No,
ain't,
but what's
he ain't
the name?
selling more records though. So.
Yeah, bro.
No, he's not. But
selling
he's
more
not scoring more than Victor Oladipo. Y'all can't sit here and tell me that J. Cole is better than a better basketball player than Victor Oladipo.
No, not at all.
No, you can't.
Okay,
He's
so what I'm saying
he's
is
a better rapper than Vic is a basketball player.
He's probably a better. He
'Cause
probably
at the
make
top
better
of the
music
rap
than
game,
Vic.
and Vic ain't nowhere near the
he
top.
I wouldn't
make
say he's
better
at the
music
top
than
of the
Vic.
rap game. I wouldn't say he's at the top.
He's top 3.
And
No doubt at
to
I
all.
say
you,
top 5.
But
I say
like,
top 5.
We talking about rap.
okay,
We talking about rap, bro.
let's see.
We talking about bars.
No,
I
I'm,
say-
talking about
I'm
the
just
other
gonna look
stuff.
up
We talking
YouTube
about the other
numbers real
stuff.
quick. I'm just gonna look up YouTube numbers.
Man, we don't need no numbers.
And we
brother.
talking about bars, man.
God,
No,
we
no,
just
no.
going
I'm
straight
looking,
facts
but
right now.
you right. So a fact is, if you got more numbers than somebody else, then
Nah,
you at the
because
top.
Tekashi got numbers because he paid for it.
Yeah, bro.
So I don't want it.
But he still got numbers.
Publicity is not the same thing as
And how do
talent.
you know
bro.
how
Publicity is
but
not the
Tekashi
same thing
has
as
no
talent,
bar.
bro.
But how do you? Very true. That's
No
fact.
bars.
That's factual.
Goose. Like,
That's factual. But he probably got more money than J. Cole.
you being blasphemous. Right now,
On the
bro.
couch.
Nah,
Are we sure that
you
he
being-
doesn't?
You being blasphemous right now.
Are
Bro,
we sure that he doesn't?
Tekashi,
J. Cole got like at least 4 songs
bro,
in the top
man
25.
He
in the
has
world
3,
right
4
now.
platinum albums. By
Yes,
himself.
bro.
Yeah, but are we talking? Okay, so
Produce.
let me look up. So,
Let's be real. Let's be real. What the man is tweaking right now, Jay.
So
I
let's
don't
see.
get it, bro. I don't get it.
Tekashi.
Oh, I mean, you brought up 6ix9ine and all people.
Now we gotta look up.
So he got 4 point in 5 days. That's I mean,
Not
each
they
song.
said Tekashi started fundraising for Lil Reese.
for Lil Reese.
Lil Reese got shot 9
but
times.
what I'm saying is because what happens is I often so I see a lot more aspects than the average person sees of the music industry in general because I get so many different artists that I like this person. I like NBA YoungBoy.
Tekashi,
I like Lil Quavo. I like this person.
For the record, don't disrespect my mans. Tekashi about 8 million net worth. J. Cole about 60 million.
Okay.
Don't disrespect.
Well,
my
that's
mans.
about 52
Right,
differentials.
52, right.
52
But-
differentials.
But what I'm
Couple
saying, so
meals.
even when you talk numbers, so we just looked up J. Cole, and then dang, you can't really measure those two.
Ooh.
I mean, you the one who you
Look, man.
put up.
No, I'm saying you can't because his stuff been up longer than
We talking about bars?
a year ago. This man got 719 million views on YouTube.
Who?
How many?
Tekashi
And on one song.
on one song.
How much music did he release?
But that's
719
How much
million.
music did he release though? How much music did J. Cole release last year?
you talking about on one song.
J. Cole didn't release nothing last year.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
You can't put them together. You feel
J.
me?
Cole wasn't even. J. Cole was mainstream by accident. He had the longest road to mainstream.
y'all, so y'all not
stardom.
hearing what I'm saying.
I'm
J.
talking
Cole
about
is definitely
music.
more talented
Okay.
than Tekashi.
Uh-huh.
J. Cole is definitely more talented than a lot of rappers that's really because you
Most.
said he's at what I'm saying is you said he was at the top. And if you're purely talking talent, I agree with you. He's top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking just top in popularity
You mean
and
like
numbers, then he's not top 5.
But look though, the top.
No matter
the
how
top-
much we want him to be,
the top five in numbers is usually some of the weakest people.
right? But they still
that,
top.
That just are good at
Top
marketing.
five,
bro.
top 5 right now, realistically. And these are people I don't even listen to. I hear about Pooh Shiesty. I hear about Dirk a lot. I hear about.
Yeah,
Nah, I wouldn't.
I hear about Lil Baby a lot. Dirk is up there nationally. Dirk is up
Lil Baby. I
Hear
say
about
Dirk
Baby
is
a
up
lot.
there because we in Chicagoland area.
there. Nah, Dirk is.
So we
Dirk is
hear about Dirk
national.
more
Dirk-
often
Dirk
than
is
the
up
he
there.
Philadelphia.
turning mainstream, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Dirk is on his way to
nationally
being
up there.
mainstream.
He is,
right
but he's not on the Lil Baby or.
He was ahead
Stop!
of Lil
What?
Baby.
No.
He was here
No.
before Lil Baby.
They met up in the middle of the U.S. Folks
Yeah,
from the
he-
south. Folks is the southern
me
Dirk
see.
and no back.
Or Lil
Real
Uzi Vert.
tight. They rap the same.
Yeah,
too.
yes, bro. Folks is the southern
And
Dirk.
these are all rappers I don't mess with. Like Vert, I'm not finna bump Lil Uzi Vert in a whip.
Oh
The
no,
generation
right,
after us,
Right.
yeah, but I'm
right,
not
and
bumping
that's
them.
what I'm
I
saying.
got some songs I rock with them, but I'm the generation after y'all.
Hey.
I understand.
Hey, you fit the
I get
profile.
it.
But what I'm saying is, if you're talking purely, because somebody was saying something about Toby the Wingway, And really, I don't really.
You seen that post?
I posted yesterday. I was like, I love him and his wife and his family. I love what he is for the black community.
Post music not that good though.
But right,
Let's be real.
like I don't really rock with his music.
Because his music is
Nah,
he rapping on that, and I'm like, I understand that.
No, it's not even. It's not even that.
like,
I just don't like. His wife got on there. She was just hollering, and I could barely understand what she was saying.
Bro, but
And she might have been spitting stuff, but that's all I was hearing. I was like, yeah. I mean, you killing, I guess.
Look,
for whoever's watching.
But that's raw. That's raw for his audience. You feel
Right,
me?
but
That's
then
raw
you
for
go
people
look
that
at his
listen to him.
numbers. He's getting maybe one, if he's good, if he's lucky, 1 million on a view. And then you go look at a NBA YoungBoy, and the nigga got 500 million views on a video. Like
he going to talk to me,
but what I'm
That's
saying
the music
is
industry, though.
right, and so what I'm saying is because I see, like, people are always shocked when I don't know their favorite artists. That's in the rock world. That's in jazz. That's in rap. That's in R&B. That's in gospel. People are always shocked when I don't know, because I'm not. That's not my echo chamber. I'm not in that world. So how do I know? And we get so encapsulated with our echo chambers that we think it's the entire world, and we base our opinions off just really what's in our echo chamber, and we don't.
So you said echo chamber 3 times now, my boy. I need you to explain what that
Oh,
means.
so echo chamber is basically what you see day to day, what you your normal interactions with people.
So rap
like
music. All right.
no, I'm saying like you staying at home with your mom, your friends, and your community that you're in.
That's what you hear all the time.
Right,
Okay.
right. So what you're normally around. So because you're normally around, if you're normally around like predominantly Democratic people, you're gonna hear about more Democratic stuff. If you're more around Republican stuff, you're gonna hear more about Republican stuff. And so what happens oftentimes, even in elections and stuff, is you got those Democrats that see they have their truth, and then you got the Republicans that have their truth, and they come together and they fight. And they like, no, this is true. No, this is true. No, this
they're
is
in
true.
their own echo chamber.
Right.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, like, even in the world where I have to step outside of my echo chamber, because I wouldn't normally go listen to a Lil Uzi Vert, or I wouldn't normally go listen to NBA YoungBoy, because I like the D'Angelo. Right, that's not my vibe. Okay. I like different stuff. But because I work in music and I get people that come in here like, I want to sound like such and such. I don't know who such and such is, so I need to know who that is. And then I go to these videos, I'm like, this thing, I ain't never heard of him. But he got 700 million views. How?
Because, like I said, I can say one thing. Rap and rappers are always, if not, most of the time, if not always, attached to, like, trends. Attached to trends that run throughout. Like, 2016, 2017, who y'all was rocking with the most? I say, I was 16, 17 at the time. The person that we was bumping the hardest was Uzi. Like Playboy Cardi, like
I wasn't listening to that.
Like the underground cats, you feel me? And like they were connected to the trend of being like,
who was we listening to?
Gritty underground.
16, 17.
16.
Still Cole.
That's when I was out of school. Cole. I mean, the main Cole, Wayne, Kendrick. Kendrick was hot.
Wayne was hot.
Damn, Kendrick ain't dropped an album, bro, since 2017.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, because that's forcing. Time. I'm not gonna lie, that's making folks fall off.
Not
Kendrick
really.
though,
it's
kind of making them exclusive though. So I'm still bumping some of them.
I listen to Money Trees. I listen to Money Trees still. And
anytime you got a Lauryn Hill that got one album her entire career,
still bumping. If you listen to Lil Uzi, you probably don't listen to Lauryn Hill. That's
and the worst part is I do.
You do?
I've listened to the whole Quest album. I listened to a decent amount of the Quest albums, my boy. Like
that's versatility.
Like but cause I'm just a fan of music. You feel me? I just like good music, like good vibes. You feel me? And no matter what era it's from, but not a lot of people, especially in my age group, like that. So like it's usually just whatever trends. And like you going back to what we were saying, like how feasibly 6ix9ine can be more in the media than J. Cole, and it would look like folks got more money. It would look like folks is more up because he's more in the public eye, bro. But it's like behind the scenes, we know what it is. Separate the real from the
yeah,
fake.
because I'm sure he has a trash record deal. I'm almost absolutely sure, which is why because J. Cole is more.
He owned all his stuff, bro.
Right.
Produced.
And so you
label.
got Tekashi that is under a label that's like probably getting majority, if not all of his stuff. So
you can tell by how he acted. He being told what
you
to
can
do.
You can definitely tell
what to do, what to wear.
Mm-hmm.
His case was probably fake. It was just a laugh. It was just a joke on
Right.
hip hop industry.
Yeah,
like,
he and you could tell those artists like that. I mean,
but what's with the rap industry starting to force some artists to be like
starting?
I was waiting for
Young Bull starting
to be what?
Starting to make them act how they weren't
starting.
At first, you feel me?
They've been doing that since they've been a
Cause like
Since
with
the
Lil Nas X, bro. When folks got fake titties, bro, on the net, like,
bro,
that's never. Even if you're gay or not, bro, that's never really been you. If you listen to old music, his music is actually like sound closer to like the rap that we would listen to today.
Mm-hmm. We talked about this on here before.
And it's like, it's crazy.
Know the difference between rap and hip hop. Rap is what we do. Rap is the true art form, lyricism, storytelling. Like, that's the music. Poetry, that's rap. Hip hop industry is what was created. That's the part they sell. They put in front of you, tell you who's hot, tell you what to say. Like,
but that's how you monetize rap, though.
That's how they monetize rap. The real way to monetize rap is to sell your art form for what it is. J. Cole, Chance. You know what I'm saying? Own your records. But
if we honest, it's hard because I was literally just talking about that I think yesterday on live. Like it is hard because there are a lot of people not saying minimize your art or diminish your art for the industry, but it's incredibly hard
to not conform, bro.
To not do what sells.
Yeah,
hey, man, that's a personal choice, though. I admire the artists who stay true to themselves.
Yeah, but the artists that stay true to themselves usually
stay
the brokest. Usually the brokest nigga.
Usually, man. I mean, you got J. Cole, but that's like a one in really.
I go back to
that's one in like millions of people.
A true artist don't give a shit though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you in rap, if you in the music industry for the money, you ain't gonna last anyway. If you in the music industry because you're good at music,
if you're raw, bro, if you raw, Jay, and you need to feed your family, and they like, well, you're raw, and I like your music, but you say, I don't know, you say the word nigga too much, or you say the too much. We need to stop saying the, start saying duh.
I bet you start saying duh.
All right, bet.
Right.
Duh. Look, say less and conform because that's how you get to the bread.
That's in the rap. I feel you.
And what's the purpose of doing a rap game? Like, for real?
It's become like, it's to gain that independence,
right?
To be big enough to where you like, all right,
be about
I don't
the money,
do
though. It don't be about the money for the real ones who make it, bro. I can promise you that. Because money can't drive you that far, bro. Like, it could be about pride and ego.
JaeCei, 50 Cent.
It can drive you crazy. It can drive you crazy more so
you have the poets like Kendrick, J. Cole, Common. Like, you have people that don't care about what Chance the Rapper, that don't care about what the rest of the industry or what they doing.
You said Chance don't care?
No. I mean, he did.
That's why they already are, though, bro. Like, if you conform in every chance you get, you're not gonna.
I don't think you conform. I don't think you can conform every opportunity. Like, sometimes you just gotta stake your ground. But it's like I said, something as little as the duh. All right, I'm gonna make that happen.
Well, like, for instance, for me, like when I used to make beats, I used to put a lot of stuff in it because that's what I wanted to put in it. That was my art. Wasn't nobody buying that because nobody wanted it. Because artist, a rapper, or a singer can't put anything on top of it because it's too much.
Right.
So now I have to change my format and the way I do it to something more open, something more basic,
simplistic.
Something more simple, so that an artist can hear it and be like, I want that. So now I got 10 people that want this same beat.
True.
Versus if I was still making all of the stuff that I was making years ago, I was like, oh, I feel so free. This is myself. This is me. Right. And I'm all over the place. But I had to learn how to, if I want to sell this, now I still make the tracks where, I fill up and I put all kind of stuff in.
That boy famous.
However, I know if I want to sell something, I have to do what the market is asking for as a producer.
True.
I don't know about artists, but
if you do it, I don't know. I just don't feel like if I'm a rapper, right, I'm not conforming to anybody. If I trust my style, if a label come to me and say, I'll sign you if you change this, I'm telling them to kick rocks because you're not the only label.
Look, you think of it as not conforming.
Niggas
you think
now.
Of it as not conforming, my boy.
Niggas will sign. That's why A-Rap didn't come with Soulja, because people will sign them deals and agree to them bull smack terms, but everybody doesn't. Like,
right.
To break through in the rap industry, the music industry, you do have to do stuff.
You know how what's the word? Crowded the music industry is.
So it's
just
people.
I'll just speak on Kankakee alone.
But
you know how many niggas been doing music?
There's levels to this, though.
You know how many people been doing music the right way for 20 plus years and still ain't got nowhere?
How many people declined them same deals that everybody accepted?
How many people didn't get those deals because you were declining what they wanted you to do? How many people seen the duh? How many people seen the to the duh, and that was their only opportunity to get that deal? And they said no. Like,
no,
you think of it as not conforming, and the label or people that's trying to sign them think of, he's not easy to work with.
It's not the to duh though. It's usually say this and I'll pay you. On that level, it's say this and I'll pay you. So you willing to sell out your people for a crack cocaine epidemic? You willing to sell out your people for the gun epidemic?
You said Franklin Saint.
Bro, I'm not with it. I don't give a damn how talented or what.
No. So you're going all the way the far left of what labels do.
That's the reality.
But that's not every situation. Because there are also multiple situations where they say, like, even if we just talking about the gospel industry, where they say, okay, this is what's selling. We need you. This label says we need you as an artist to do this, and the gospel artist says, no, that's not my art. Okay, we'll just move around to somebody else that's gonna do it.
True. That probably sound as much like you or
what position you in? Right. If you in that position, if I was a rapper, I feel like I would be in a position to do that. That's who I am. You know what I mean?
All I know is when I get those opportunities, bro, as an artist, like you said, I can't completely conform because then I lose myself as an artist.
Don't conform at all. But that's what I say.
Like, look, if it's if it's something small like I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Cause that's the difference between $1 and 50 cents in my pocket and $100,000 that I'm trying to give me.
So when that style leaves, and you don't forgot your bases, was it worth it?
I can never forget my bases. That's the thing. That's why you don't change the core being of yourself. You feel me? It's like changing clothes, bro. It's like changing clothes. At the end of the day, I'ma always be me. I'ma always be who I am.
Until somebody else tell you otherwise.
And if a nigga tell me put on the wrong shoes, look, I can't make that happen. But until it become that big, bro, until it become to the point where I'm having to change my core being, bro. Then like little things is like, okay, that's cool.
I tell you, that's why I couldn't make it in corporate. I couldn't conform. I couldn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? I can talk a certain type of way. I can, but I don't want to all the time. You know, I can talk like y'all and heedy hard and do all that.
Heedy hard.
You know, but I don't necessarily want to. And I damn sure don't want to feel like I have to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me get up out of here. Because if to get to the heights in this world, in the music industry, in the corporate, whatever, you got to fit in a certain type of way. But we all after the same thing, right? True. If I'm going in corporate, I'm trying to get a higher paying job to get more money. I'm just go my own way and do it my way.
I don't know why that reminded me of this movie, bro. I don't know if y'all seen it. I cannot remember the name of it for anything, but in the movie, it was a movie about a black man that was living at his uncle's crib. And his uncle was Terry Crews. I don't know if y'all know who that is. I don't know if y'all know the movie. I know y'all know Terry. I don't know if y'all know the movie, but his uncle was Terry Crews. He was letting him live in a garage, bro. And he was working at like it was like in the movie, it was like some basic 9 to 5 that everybody was working at. And to level up, he had to use a white person's voice. And he perfected the white man voice, and that's how he leveled up. he continued to lose himself. As much as he used the white person voice, like it started becoming his regular voice. He started dressed like that for real, and like they ended up turning folks into like half horse, half nigga, and it was weird. It was weird. It was weird.
That's how rappers become pop stars.
Look,
you came in as a rapper, but then you went with what's popular, and then now you a pop star. You're not a rapper no more. You popular.
But at what point is it? At what point are you growing instead of them changing you? Because a lot of industries, they try to help artists grow. Because I can tell you right now, I know artists that come in here that I'm like, you got a lot of potential. And you try to help them in certain areas, like if you just change this and you do this and you do this. I don't want no record deal. That's why I didn't ask nobody. Ain't nobody trying to sign you because you're not doing these things. So at what point do people consider? Because I don't try to change people's art. I try to help you enhance your gift. Yeah. But a lot of people are so skeptical and are so afraid to grow that they think it's changing them. When really, I mean, it is changing them, and which we are supposed to do. True. If I was the same person I was 10 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am now.
But it depends on who the advice is coming from. Like, if I was telling them something, they shouldn't take it with the same advice if you were telling them something, because you're an expert in this field. So that just depends on who your mentors are. You know what I mean?
Right. But what I'm saying is that's a huge misconception, because the label is not all. It depends on it. Labels have gotten their act together, per se, within the last 10, 20 years of the industry. Because they know
it's still 360 deals and all that, but
bro, it's gonna always be 360 deals.
Yeah, because
you always be dummies to sign.
Right.
There's gonna always be people that's
So like within that, the label knows, because they have people that have studied the market and say, okay, if you how about you wear this blue jacket instead of that red one? Because this community in this city likes blue over they like red, because they've studied that. And you saying, no, don't tell me what to wear, and having that whole outlook on it, because you have a whole team of people behind you that are experts and how you can market yourself so that not only you can make more money, but we can make more money too.
Yeah, that's trusting.
That's the majority. But that's the majority of the end of the record labels is not to just. It used to be like that, but now I don't. At least from what I see, and I could be wrong, but I don't think it's to just basically take these black pawns and just kill the entire black community. It used to be like that.
Nah,
but
bro,
now
I feel like in this point in time, bro, that the black people that they working with, or black artists that they working with at the time, they not folding for as much as they were folding back in the day.
Right.
Nah.
You feel me? But and at the same time, they
still folding though. They still under contract.
Yeah.
Listen to the music, man.
Yeah,
listen to the music.
Like I didn't like me and my homies talk about Future, bro. Future like finna be like 30 something, and folks still talk about Lean in probably every single one of his songs.
Still under contract.
And it's like come on, bro. You're 30 plus, and we know you got kids. Like, come on, bro. Like,
right.
Like are you really doing this still, or are you pushing somebody else's like agenda? And it's more subtle, bro. And it's only with the people that's really, really up that you don't see it regardless.
It's not going away. It's just that the more talented black artists are starting to form their own labels. That's becoming more popular. The industry's still there, and they still clinging on for dear life, because the BS is still in the music. But it's more power and ownership right now.
But they starting to form their own labels because of what?
Because they can for freedom, so they can say.
No, I'm saying the reason that these artists like a JaeCei, like a 50 Cent, like a Kanye are able to have their own labels is because they had a deal, and so now they got that money because they might have. What?
I don't get what you're saying. Would you patting them on the back?
No. So what I'm saying is,
he's just saying they growing their bread, bro.
Right. So let's say you as an artist, it's just like really kind of going to the army, it's like going to college. I'm gonna sign this contract for right now, so that when I come out of this contract, I got something in my pocket. So if y'all say I gotta bend over backwards to make this $300,000, $400,000, I know that $400,000 is gonna set me up for something else to be able to have my own label.
Mm-hmm.
So that's at least how I think about it. If a label address me and like, hey, we want 10 tracks from you. We're gonna pay you $100,000, $10,000 each track, and we want it to sound like this. I bet you I'm making those tracks.
If you that nigga.
like I bet you I'm making, because that $100,000 gonna set me up to be now it's not at all costs, like no matter what I'm gonna do it. That's not what I'm saying, because of course there are certain stipulations, and like, all right, so what is this, like there are certain things that I just won't do it, because I'm like, I've turned certain things down that seem like good opportunities, because I was like, I'm not compromising what I've built so far and what I believe in for your vision and stuff. So I've turned things down for that. But what I'm saying is, there are certain situations, like the industry is gonna say, we want what's popping right now is French horn. Like, I'm not saying that it is, but what's popping right now is French horns. We need 10 tracks with all French horns in it. I'm making 10 tracks with French horns. That's not a problem.
Like, I mean, that's just you. That's just like you said. That's just you monetizing the art and the talent that you already have. You feel me? To create more bread and get more revenue. Like you said, it's almost like a contract. When these cats sign these deals, they know that and understand that I owe them this many amount of albums, this many amount of songs, and then after that, everything else I do, everything else I make, that's hitting my pocket, hitting my bread. So I'm gonna make this music anyway. That's how I would be thinking. I think that's how a lot of artists be thinking. Like, I'm gonna make this music anyway, so I might as well have the bread right now.
Because I bet you J. Cole wasn't it's a difference between being a stubborn artist and being an artist that just he wants to give his art.
We know a stubborn artist. Couple of them.
I know a lot of stubborn artists. You just don't want to listen to nobody, and you think you got everything all together.
I'm a stubborn artist. Look, somebody give me a water right now.
No, I'm saying, when I say stubborn artist, I mean like, you think you just got it. You got everything together. You got
all that in the bag. Of
right.
I got the flow. I got the look,
right. You got everything. You don't need no work. You don't need to work on nothing.
But she ain't got no B by your name.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be having nothing.
Not a B, not an M, not a T.
I can't understand. I never understand it. I never understand it, bro.
You don't even got 1,000 by your.
I understand it, bro. 500 followers on Instagram, but you know you set. You know
right.
you like, bro, what? What are you doing? Like, tell the truth. Tell the truth, bro. But it's like people do that and act like that because they feel like they need a facade to be successful, bro.
Give it a decade.
Oh, like I said, if you force or you have like a persona facade of yourself that is forced to have time on it. Like, if you know that every time you pop out, you the sexy nigga. You feel me? When you hit 45, 55, you're not gonna be the sexy nigga no more. You feel me? You're going to be sexy granddad. Look, you're going to be good looking father. But let's be real.
You're a father.
You're still a father, bro. Let's not, come on. You're saucing it up. But that's what people don't understand, bro. That's what people aren't getting.
That's we in that media era, bro. Like, I always wonder, like, I heard somebody say a long time ago, we going to see who really grinding in a decade. Social media is very new. True. As far as like putting yourself out there and putting business on the net and this what I'm doing. So in a decade, when the dust
all that
settles,
stuff slow down, and the people that really work on that, the people that really put the time, man, there's only people left. We gonna see, but like you said, longevity, time, bro, endurance is what separates the real from the fake. The people that can be like, well, I seen people making bread off this in a year. It's been 3 years for me. Should I still keep doing it? Those people, the people that keep moving forward past the time where you should be up or you should be in a position. Those gonna be the people that's up, and that's generally how time flows. That's how history been. The people that keep continuously putting in work, that keep moving forward with their craft, no matter if they got 1 follower or 10,000. Like, you feel me? But like we said, a lot that's gonna weed out a majority of the people doing it. That's why I told like earlier when we was talking about how many rappers in the keys right now. Like it's level like these are people at base level that just dropping music to drop music. Will they still be doing this in 5 years, 10 years? No. The only people that will are
how much you gonna invest in doing it
and not seeing no revenue from it. Just generally investing into it.
That's what even when I came to you and Adam about starting a podcast, like I saw Kev, because I got the idea from Kev on Stage, and I saw
shout
him,
out Kev on Stage.
Right, he was like, "Are you willing to do a whole year podcast and nobody watching it? Are you willing to do at least 100 episodes and you having 10 views? Because that's what he did. Like everybody see, where he is now. Like, oh snap, you got millions of followers and you getting money from such and such, and he like, but nobody like." I stay consistent. Like nobody was. You have to be ready for
the long run.
Right. Really, a lot of episodes. Not to say that it's never gonna pop off or nothing like that, but having your mind prepared that will we continue doing that if we got 20 views for all of them. And I had to, although it sucks, let's do it because. When you look back and you look back at all of the time invested and stuff like that, then you like it was worth it. Like even just within me doing music, like all of the times that I was getting up at 7:00 in the morning, going to our church storage, grabbing the sound system. I ain't know what that was for, but now I'm looking at all of this equipment here, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I know what this is because I used to set up our church sound system on Sunday mornings. So I look back at all of those times, even, working in the music department at my church and stuff like that, where I was genuinely upset in the time of doing it. Like, I'm sacrificing all of this for what?
For
the
whole comedy department at church.
Right.
The whole comedy department at church. Nah, but bro, I definitely feel what you're saying. Like you said, those long nights. Like bro, like when Michael Jordan said nobody seen those days where he was putting in 2,000-3,000 shots from mid-range at the park. Nobody seen that in the middle of the night where he was hooping all day. Nobody seen those times. They just seen when he was on TV making plays. You feel me? Yeah. Like they don't see it until the results are already there, bro.
And then everybody want to hop on like, oh, how'd you do that?
Or I knew you would do it.
Right.
I was so proud of you. Right. Come on, let me real. You ain't watched one episode of Real Nonsense.
You ain't even watched the recent one, right? You ain't seen the post,
right?
On the game, bro. Right.
Stop it, man.
Watch one episode. Stop watching it all together.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cap. I got a lot that I've been wanting to ask y'all just because
we got it. We done because we already at an hour. This is
for real.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I've been for 10 minutes.
Chop ups come quick.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can save it for the next episode.
Say less.
We gonna get it right.
Say less, man.
We doing every other week. That's what we've been doing, right? Yeah.
All right. This been Real Nonsense. I'm JaeCei.
Jay Clark.
PGE.
All right.
Yes,
See y'all next time.